and welcome to my Feel with Solomon Oluwabiyi. Today, I want to talk to you about your thoughts, your life. Of course, in the last episode, if you've been following this podcast, I said if you don't want to be helpless and stranded in life, if you don't want to be left behind in life, you must trust God. And actually, I said trust in God must be your anchor. So if you missed that, I'll kindly go back and listen to it, or you can visit the website to read on that. And so today, allow me to encourage you to think. And here, I'm not just talking about ordinary thinking. I'm not just talking about just general thinking. I'm talking about purposeful thinking. Purposeful thinking. I'm talking about the kind of thinking that brings about critical changes in your life. The world already has more than enough negativity, and actually, if you read the Bible, if you go to Ephesians chapter 5, if you read verse 16, it talks about redeeming the time because the days are evil. Okay, so the words already have more than enough. Okay, more than enough negativity day by day, and so you want to redeem the days. And so every day you turn on your TV, your television, and your radio. As you get on social media, you will see various negative news. Of course, I'm not saying there is no positive news, but all of us knows that the negative news kind of prevail over the positive ones. So this brings about the need to control what you see, what you watch, what you hear, and what you read. Okay? So your thoughts, your life. See, I'm not sure if, I'm sure a lot of people, if not all of us, understand the fact that the psychologists and the psychiatric, they focus on the threats negative thinking poses, to human life, because they understand the power of your thoughts. Okay? And so negative thoughts, if not controlled, will reduce you to the lowest level of life. That is how destructive negative thoughts are. And so I'm sure you understand, because this is because the invisible controls the visible. And so the psychiatric and the psychologists, they focus more on what are you thinking. And that's why when somebody do something, they're trying to get into the person's head. They're trying to think, okay, what could be going on in your head at the time when you did whatever you do, And so let's take a look at Philippians 4:8. The book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. And it says, finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. Another version of Bible says, think on this. And and if you don't know now, you know that the book of Philippians was written by Apostle Paul. So your thought process is important. Likewise, what you ponder on is equally important. And so if you want to experience joy in life, you cannot allow your thought process to be defective. You cannot hand over your thought process to someone else to handle for you. No wonder the book of Philippians, is considered a letter of joy or book of joy, because Paul wrote this book while he was in prison. And despite what was going on with him at the time, it did not allow any of those things to derail him from fulfilling God's agenda. And so he subject his thoughts to God. Today, I would like to encourage you to do the same. Subject your thoughts to God. And when you do so, when you subject your thoughts to God, you're basically subjecting yourself to the authority of God, which means you are making God the center of your life. And if you can do so, you allow God to take over your life. And so, whatever you are going through or may go through in life, if you make God the center of your life, He will take care of it for you. And so to fulfill your purpose, which is actually God's purpose, because if you subject your thoughts to God, your will to God, if you make Him the center of your life, you're subject to His purpose, because you will now pursue what matters to God. You pursue God's agenda. And so to fulfill God's agenda in your life and to maintain your joy level, do not allow negative thoughts. Because negative thoughts, it's nothing but evil. So don't subject yourself to negative thoughts or negativity going on around the world. Don't allow them to hinder you from focusing on Jesus Christ. From the above Bible verse that we read in the book of Philippians, you can see Jesus when you look at words such as noble, just, pure, lovely, good report, virtue, and praiseworthy. You can see Jesus in those words. And those are the words you should be thinking about. Those are the words that should be coming to your mind. See, the fact of life is that there is no way, nobody is immune to negative thinking. It could come at any time, at any moment, but do not feed it. Make sure you starve it to death. Do not think about it. Do not ponder on it. It will come at one point or the other. Negative thought will come. Do not entertain it. Do not entertain negative thoughts, because your thought matters. And what you ponder on matters as well. So, whenever evil or negative thought comes to your mind, think about Jesus. Keep in mind that it is impossible to entertain negative thoughts and simultaneously think about Jesus. It's not possible. You cannot be entertaining evil thoughts and at the same time think about Jesus. And so, in whatever you do, guide your thoughts jealously. In everything you do in life, guide your thoughts jealously. Your thoughts, your life. And that's all I have for you today on My View with Solomon Oluwabiyi. Have a wonderful week.